Good day everyone, especially to you Ma'am. Good day po. Today we're going to discuss about the semantics. What is the meaning of semantics and what is the significance of semantics? So, let's proceed. When we hear the word semantics, what comes into our mind? What are the words that comes into our mind? Imagine the word semantics. So later on, we're going to tackle or we're going to learn what semantic is. So, semantic is the study of meaning in words. Means, semantic is the study meaning of words. Ito ay pag-aaral sa kahulugan ng isang salita or mga salita, phrases or sentences. Pag-aaral siya ng kahulugan ng mga salita sa pangungusap or sa mga phrases. Semantics also answer the questions like, what does this word mean? Or why does this sentence mean that? Example, the word heart literally means the organ in our chest or the part of our body that found in our chest. That is our puso in Tagalog. Literally means ang heart is ang ating puso. While in other words, heart can also mean love, as in love. Diba? Heart represents love. That's why in other word, love can be explained or can be expressed that represents love or pagmamahal. That is the word heart. Literally means the organ in our body that found in chest, and at the same time, it can also means that love or pagmamahal. You know, semantics helps us understand the both meanings. Tinutulungan tayo ng semantics para maintindihan ang mga bagay-bagay. Now, let us learn the differences between semantics versus pragmatics. What is the differences between pragmatics and semantics? Both study meaning, pareho silang nag-aaral ng meaning or kahulugan, but they focus on different kinds of meaning. Hindi sila parehas sa mga meaning, or they focus on different kinds of meaning. Hindi lang isa yung finofocusan nila. Semantics focus on literal meaning of words and sentences. Si semantics ay nag-focus sa literal of words and sentences. Meaning to say, hindi siya symbolical, but literal. Example, it's cold in here. Meaning, the temperature is low. While when it comes to pragmatics, it is intended or implied meaning based on context. Naga-base siya sa context. It's cold in here. Meaning, please close the window. So, pragmatic shows that what the speakers wants to happen. Because the example of pragmatics, it's cold in here. Please close the window. So, in overall, semantics, it's all about the dictionary meaning. While the pragmatics, it talks about the speaker's intended meaning. So, we have the different types of semantics or different types meaning in semantics. Number 1, we have 8 guys. Number 1, conceptual or denotative meaning. When we say conceptual or denotative meaning, what does it mean? What are the words will come into our mind? Or someone know or anybody knows what is conceptual meaning? So, let us all learn about it. This is the basic dictionary meaning of a word, what it directly refers to. So, when we say conceptual or denotative meaning, literal siya. Kapag or when we talk to something that is literal. Like for example, a cat. Paano natin ma-describe ang cat? Ito, literally means na ang cat is may 4 na paa. That is conceptual or denotative meaning. Like for example, dog. Anong meron sa dog? Bakit siya example ng conceptual or denotative meaning? Kasi ang dog is a 4-legged animal kept as a pet. 'Di ba? May 4 na paa yung dog. This is This its conceptual meaning because it tells us what the word literally means. Kasi nagsasabi siya ng kahulugan or literal na meaning ng isang bagay na ang dog is may 4 leg. Number 2, the next one is associative meaning. What is associative meaning? This refers to extra ideas or feelings. It refers to extra ideas or feelings. Take note that one. That a word makes people think of. It is subjective and depends on a person's experience. Take note, guys. It depends on a person's experience. That is associative meaning. Like for example, home conceptually means a place where someone lives. When we define homes, it is literally or conceptually means a place where someone lives. Yung home is kung saan ang tao ay nakatira, kung saan nakatira ang tao or saan tayo nakatira. That is home. But also associatively, it means warmth, love, and family. Ang home is magiging a place of warmth, love, and family for us, or depend sa situation or experience na ating pinagdaanan. Posible, home is magiging sad place for us when our parents are separated, when we're no longer stay or living together in one roof. That becomes defines that home is a sad place for us. That depends on a person's experience. Take note that one. Number 3, social or stylistic meaning. What is social or stylistic meaning? This meaning depends on social context. Take note or remember, when we talk about personal or person's experience, that is associative meaning. And when we talk about the social context, that is social or stylistic meaning. Take note because that are the clue words, no? Clue words yan sa para mas maintindihan natin. The meaning depends on social context, who is speaking or sino yung nagsasalita, to whom, para kanino, and in what situation, kung sa anong sitwasyon. Like for example, saying good morning sir or good morning ma'am, that's when we talk to someone that is professionals in formal way. We say good morning sir, good morning ma'am, or in the other. However, when we talk to someone that we are close with, or when we talk to person that is close to us, or when we talk to our close friends, siblings, or kakilala ba, we say hey dude, or ano pa ba yung mga ibang words na ginagamit. That is informal. Saying good morning sir or versus hey dude, that is informal. Both mean a greeting. Pareho silang nag-greet, but one is polite. Yung isa is polite, yung nagsasabing good morning sir or informal. But the other one is casual because hey dude, that is social or stylistic meaning. Depends on social context or it depends kung sino yung kausap natin. Number 4 is affective or emotive meaning. What does it mean? This meaning shows the speaker's feelings or emotion. Take note, affective or emotive meaning shows the speaker's feelings or emotions. Nagpapakita ito ng feelings ng tagapagsalita or nagsasalita at nagpapakita din ito ng emotions. Like for example, stop shouting. That is angry tone. Kapag tayo ay nagagalit, we say, stop shouting. Or nainis tayo. The other one is, please stop shouting, the polite tone. That's when we talk with polite in polite way. The words are similar. Pareho sila or similar sila, but the emotion or feeling changes the meaning. Pero yung emotion at saka yung feelings is nag-iba or na-change siya. Number 5, reflected meaning. When we say reflected meaning, what does it mean? This happens when a word has more than one meaning and one meaning reflects or influences how we feel about it. It influence how we feel about it daw, yung reflected meaning. So, for example, the word intercourse. What is the meaning of intercourse? Or when we hear the word about it, ano yung kahulugan ng intercourse? Originally means communication. So, it means when we say intercourse, it talks about when we communicate with someone or when we talk with someone, that is intercourse. However, intercourse also means siyang magiging sexual meaning yung intercourse. So, meaning to say, yung reflected meaning is naga-reflect siya or naga-influence sa kung ano yung ma-feel natin. Kasi intercourse or pakikipag-usap or sexual meaning. That is reflected meaning. The next one is, or the number 6 is collocative meaning or collocative meaning. This refers to words that commonly go together. Take note that one, commonly go together. It means, hindi sila pwedeng mag-separate. Hindi sila pwede mag-separate. They are determined to go together or commonly go together. We don't always notice it. Minsan, hindi natin ito mapapansin, but some words fit naturally with others. Like for example, we say pretty woman or handsome man, but we rarely say handsome woman instead of pretty woman, and pretty man instead we say pretty or we rarely say pretty man instead of pretty woman. Nagkabaliktad sila. That's because these words collocate or usually appear together. That is collocative meaning. Number 7, thematic meaning. What is thematic meaning? This meaning comes from how we arrange words in a sentence. It shows the order of words or how we arrange the words in a sentence, which part we emphasize. Like for example, John built the house. Emphasis on John. It talks about John. The house was built by John. It talks about that John built the house. And both mean the same thing but focus or theme changes. Na parehas silang meaning or parehas sila ng nangangahulugan ng isang bagay but the focus or theme changes. Nag-change yung theme nila. Number 8, meaning, extension, or figurative meaning. When we say figurative meaning, this means not literal or symbolical siya. Hindi siya literal. Hindi gaya ng conceptual kanina na literal, itong meaning extension is figurative meaning or not literal. Like for example, he's a snake. When we say he's a snake or hayop siya, literal meaning an animal. Literal meaning na isa siyang hayop. Extended meaning a deceitful person. Pero yung extended meaning ng he's a snake is a deceitful person. 'Di ba? In our times, snake represents traitor, 'di ba? Betrayal. That is symbolical. That is the meaning extension types in semantics. So, in conclusion, and overall, conceptual for the recaps, no, conceptual, literally, or dictionary meaning. Take note of that. Associative meaning, it talks about personal or emotional connection. Yan ang associative. Personal siya and emotional connection. Social or stylistic meaning, shows feelings or emotions. Nagpapakita siya ng feelings at emotions. While the reflected meaning affected by another sense of the same word. Take note of that. Collocate meaning, words that often go together. Ang thematic is the meaning depends on word order or emphasis. While the last one is meaning extension. figurative or non-literal use of words. Hindi siya literal, kundi we can address it as symbolical. That is meaning extension. So hope you have learned, or sana may maintindihan po tayo sa topic na ito. Thank you, and God bless. Thank you for listening.